Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Just give it a couple of minutes more. Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Vijay Kumar Govinda Prabhu Hare Krishna Radha Damodar from Radha Vinod Prabhu's place and Hare Krishna Tamara Hare Krishna Drishti and we'll just give it a quick couple of minutes. Our guest for tonight is already with us. We'll just wait for 1 or 2 minutes more for a few more people to dial in, and then we'll kick off for the night. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Bhakti Devi, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Sumedh, can we have the fanfare, please?
It's not working, Prabhu. I don't know why.
Never mind, we do. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. So we have with us the special guest for tonight, Madhava Prabhu, all the way from sunny Spain. So welcome everyone to this once a month Friday evening, hosted by Pandava Sena in ISKCON Manchester. And the custom is that once a month we invite a special guest to spend time with us and sing some very, very beautiful bhajans or a poetic rendition of the scriptures along with us. So tonight we have our very own homegrown product, Madhava Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Madhava Prabhu. Welcome to the show. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Prabhu. Thank you for taking the time to be with us. We are in Manchester, well and truly enveloped in the cold winterness. Do you still have a bit of sun where you are?
We do still have a little bit of sun. It's warm during the days. Actually, I was, believe it or not, I was sunbathing for about half an hour today.
Wow, we're so jealous. We're so jealous. We're truly in winters here in Manchester. So thank you for taking the time, Prabhu. Madhava Prabhu doesn't need any introduction. We are very fortunate that he's with us today. Madhava Prabhu is, like I said, a homegrown product. Madhava Prabhu spent 15 years of his childhood and a bit of teen growing up in Manchester, staying within the Manchester temple premises, along with his very, very famous parents, Krishna Dharma Prabhu and Chintamani Dham Mataji. In fact, it's quite interesting that just this Wednesday, we were celebrating Prabhupada's disappearance day, and Krishna Dharma Prabhu and Chintamani Dham Mataji were with us on the show, taking us through some different aspects glorifying Prabhupada. And Friday, we have the most famous Madhava Prabhu with us. So it's like the whole family associating, irrespective of where they are, not in Manchester. So thank you, Prabhu, for dialing in again. And Madhava Prabhu, as we all know, is a Manchester boy. Spent a lot of his time growing up in Manchester. At the moment, he's based out of Spain. He's trying to do some good work, setting up a Hare Krishna community for the last few months. He continues to be an active preacher, very, very qualified and talented musician, and has had a number of his bhajans and songs recorded. And he's also on the very famous Mantra Lounge series. If any of you are familiar with Mantra Lounge, is a very famous series of Krishna Kirtan records. I'd highly recommend if you've not had a copy as yet. So once again, very, very warm welcome, Madhava Prabhu, and thanks again for taking the time to be with us. So have you been, are you feeling the separation from Manchester? How long have you been away?
It's so interesting. Thank you so much, by the way, for your very, very kind introduction. I feel like it's impossible to have low self-esteem when you have an introduction like that. If someone were to have low self-esteem, I would prescribe them to just come hang out with the Manchester devotees for a short period of time, and it would cure 100% any issues someone may suffer with. So I was thinking to share something with you all this evening.
Yes,
which is a personal thing because it was just something we decided a couple days ago for sure. But I can't kind of be too proud of all the sun that I've been experiencing so far, because we've actually decided to move back to England.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're going to be moving back to England, and we're not moving to Manchester, but we're going to be closer than we were before. We're actually going to be moving to Leicester because we own a house there. So it's not so far away. So hopefully next year, when all of this craziness is over, we'll get to come and do some kirtan together live. That would be nice.
We look forward to that, bro. That's very, very good news. Wonderful. Auspiciousness in the month of Kartik.
Actually, I'm very happy about it, I have to say. The weather's a little bit, but aside from that, I have to say I'm very happy about the choice.
The people you're coming back for.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's a big reason. It's a big reason.
Haribol, Prabhu. Thank you again for being with us. We want to just kick off the show, and I'll hand you over to the Pandava Sena crew, who's very, very eager to get their hands on you in terms of asking a few questions. But I want to just quickly ask, do you want to start off with some fond memories of you being in Manchester as a kid, like these two are, Dhruv and Sumedh? By the way, I know you've already been introduced, so I didn't take the time to introduce them to you.
Yeah, of course. Some fond memories of growing up in Manchester. Yeah. I mean, the temple was like, I just remember coming back to the temple as an adult and thinking, oh, I thought it was like a palace as I was growing up. I thought the back garden was like, you know, a park. It felt that big to me. There was so much space. We'd run around and we'd play like, you know, games, and we'd be running in and through the back garden and into the front and down through the underground kitchen. And coming back as an adult, I'm like, wait, this is not that big actually. You know, in the greenhouse, I don't know if the greenhouse is still there.
It's still there.
Yeah, but it felt massive as a child. And yeah, a lot of fun running around the temple, and some very, very fond memories with the Prabhupada Murti that you have in the temple room there. There was a short period of time, I don't know how short it was to be fair, but there was a period of time when the Manchester temple didn't have anyone physically living there, and so no one could look after the Prabhupada Murti, no one could do kind of appropriate worship. And so my parents brought him to our house, and he came into our temple room. And so there was a while where I kind of got to like live with that Prabhupada Murti in our temple room as a young boy, and it was quite amazing. And I remember spending lots of time sitting there. You know how it is as a young boy, kind of just like looking at him, thinking, you know, is he real? Will he move? Like sincerely waiting to catch him out with that kind of like childish innocence, you know.
I can relate to that, Prabhu. A lot of people, sorry to interrupt you, a lot of people have actually mentioned when they first looked at Prabhupada's Murti, they thought he was for real. And the 10 years that we've been here in Manchester, I've had my quiet moments just talking to him, trying to tell him what silly things I've been up to, etc. So I can relate to that. Yes, wonderful, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you. So with that, I think the mood is set for us to get into the action for the night. And obviously, it's a month of Kartik. We'll sing Damodarashtakam at the end. But the show is yours to take us into the first bhajan for the night, Prabhu.
So we'll do Damodarashtakam at the end?
That's right, yes, to close with, yeah.
Okay, sure, sounds good. Again, just, you know, thank you very much for inviting me to do this. I'm not really qualified in any way to be like sharing or to be the special guest of honor, as you so nicely put it. But I'm grateful. I'm happy to be here. It's a nice opportunity for me to you know, put some of my attention into this process and to chanting. And it's nice to do it together, even though we're doing it over Zoom. Still, it feels nice. So thank you guys for inviting me to do this.
So is this the Emona Durmati or?
Yeah, so the first song is going to be Emona Durmati, yes.
Okay. So Sumedh, if you want to just bring the translation up, we can read the translation.
I'll do that now.
Yeah, so we get the essence. And then Madhava Prabhu, is up to you. You want to do a bit of commentary before or after and then take us into the singing?
Well, I was, yeah, maybe afterwards.
Okay.
Maybe afterwards.
Sure.
I don't have that much commentary on it. I've been listening to Agni Dev Prabhu. There's a recording of him. He was the devotee who inspired me with kind of a passion for this song. So, you know, I've been listening to his commentaries on it. I'll just try and remember what I can from that.
Sure.
But I'd also like to kind of, maybe we can discuss it, you know, rather than me just giving a commentary on it.
Yeah.
Hear other devotees' realizations, thoughts, questions. So it'd just be more of like a conversation, I thought would be nice.
Yeah, sure. So we do the translation first. So from the audience, we can take a volunteer maybe to read the translation if anybody wants to have a raise of hands. To know amongst the first. Tamara, are you able to read the translation? Thank you, Tamara. Okay. I can see you're trying.
Okay. O Lord, such a wicked mind has brought me into this world, but one of your pure and elevated devotees has come to bring me out of it. He saw me so fallen and wretched, took pity, and came to me, saying, O humbled soul, please, can't read all of it. Um,
Go to the sidebar down there, isn't it? At the bottom. Isn't it?
no,
Please listen to this good tiding.
thank you. Please listen to this good tiding, for it will gladden your hearts. Sri Krishna Chaitanya has appeared in the land of Navadvipa
Navadvipa.
to deliver you. He has safely. I can't read this either.
Conducted.
How to move that bit.
Do you know
there.
how to move the
Is it too big? Should I do that? Oh, it's still too big.
still blocked by the
It's
screen
the
at the side?
pictures of everyone.
This, yeah.
Um,
Is it better?
I don't know how to move the images of us.
Okay.
Slides, you know, the
Okay.
pictures.
Are you on a mobile?
Sorry.
That's it.
Are you on a mobile?
No, I'm not on. No.
Okay. No problem. No problem. Shall I give you a hand with that then?
You can. So if you look at the on the right where the images of us are, at least on my screen, along the top you've got the bar which has like a single line, then a slightly thicker line, and then two double lines. So if you click that single line in the top left corner, it minimizes the screen of us.
Great. Thank you. Thanks.
No
A
problem.
bit nearer to it, Tommy.
Okay.
The speakers at the top.
He has safely conducted many miserable souls such as you across the sea of worldly existence. To fulfill the promise of the Vedas, the son of Brahman, bearing the name Prabhu of golden complexion, descended with his brother Yavatuta Nityananda. Together they have overwhelmed all of Nadia with divine ecstasy. Sri Chaitanya, who is Krishna himself, the son of Nanda, has saved the world by freely distributing his own holy name. Go also and receive your deliverance. O Lord, hearing these words, Bhakti Vinoda has come weeping to the soles of your lotus feet and tells the story of his life.
Thank you so much, Tamara.
Thank you. Thanks for bearing with me.
No problem. Thank you so much. Over to you, Prabhu.
Not the one with that.
Okay. Yeah. So, Sumedh, are you going to move the screen with the words on the screen then? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I'll scroll.
Okay, fine. So I'll take it off my phone.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just going to start with a quick pranam mantra, if that's okay. Just a quick one to Srila Prabhupada.
Sure,
Yeah,
bro.
at the bottom.
So I figured I'll do it. I don't know how you did it,
Oh,
how
right.
you do it,
You see who's there.
but I figured I would do a call and response. So I'll sing, and then kind of just, if you guys are on mute so that it doesn't cause confusion, but you guys can sing as well, you know, in response, if that works for you. Does that sound?
Yeah, that's correct, Prabhu. We'll all
Okay.
be on mute while you're singing.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just sing as if expecting the response.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't hear me. Sorry.
We can hear you, but there's a lot of
I had
crackle.
my eyes closed. Sorry, I had my eyes closed. I didn't see your comment. I hadn't turned on original sound. Just let me know if it's working now. Namaste.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Is that better?
Crackle started again.
Starts again, you're saying?
No, the crackling started again for some
Uji, you
reason.
might be a bit too close to the actual microphone.
Okay. That's a shame. Let me try and move back a little bit. Normally it's just turning on original sound. Man, the technology, it's great when it works.
Yeah, we can hear you well.
You can hear me well, but the music you can't hear, huh?
It's coming nice now.
Maybe I'll just try and sing a bit.
Yeah.
Quiet. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Bhakta all together. Shri
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Okay, so Fingers crossed that the sound works. Okay. Don't know if there's any other setting, bro, because it started to crackle towards the end again.
Really, my God, no. The only thing that I know how to do is this original sound option, which is normally what works.
I think we can try and cope with it, because generally the original sound should fix it, but we'll just try. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just I'll sit even a little further back and see if that makes a difference. Sound instrument. You know what I could try and do? You're saying that low system, is that basically meaning low internet?
Sorry, Prabhu, would you like to say that again?
So, did someone just type low system resources may affect your audio quality? Try closing some applications to improve performance.
No one really put that. Might have been a
Maybe
notification from the...
Someone must have written privately.
Okay, so it might be, you know what it might be? It might just be that it's my internet connection here is a little bit poor. So, if you just give me 1 minute, I can transition closer to the internet.
Yeah.
And, yeah, sorry about this,
Also,
guys. Just give me 1 minute.
No problem.
I'm just...
Prabhu, if this doesn't work, maybe we could do without the instrument, because we can hear you without the instrument.
Yeah, we can
very
hear you
well.
perfectly without the harmonium.
You're muted at the moment. Can't hear you. You're muted, Prabhu.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Okay. Yeah, okay, so let's just do it without the instrument.
Okay, Prabhu.
Just no problem. Emona durmati samsara vitore podiyaya chinu ami durmati samsara vitore podiyaya chinu ami Tavani jajan kono mahajane pataiya dire tumi pataiya dire tumi Emona durmati samsara vitore podiyaya chinu ami Emona durmati samsara vitore podiyaya chinu ami Dobakori more Patya dekiya kohilo amaregiya Medina jan shuno palo kata Ulatita aveya Emona durmati samsara vitore podiyaya chinu ami Emona durmati samsara vitore podiyaya chinu ami Tomare tarite Shri Krishna Chaitanya Navadvipe Avatar Tomare tarite Shri Krishna Chaitanya Navadvipe Avatar Tomaheno Koto Dinahina Jane Tomaheno Koto Dinahina Jane Korina Bhava
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the effort. I'm so sorry. Apologies to all the viewers also. Technology is such an interesting thing. It's good if it works for you, but today we're sort of struggling a little bit with the reception. So we have
Can
your.
you hear me singing that? Was this
I
also
think it's
not
just
possible?
probably. I think it's just the Wi-Fi. We'll just have to cope with it, but that's fine.
Yeah, we have your
Was it
Waifu,
still poor quality?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Okay,
crackling a
no,
bit.
it's no problem. In that case, I'll move. It's just because I'm going to go into the living room, so I'm going to have to kick those guys out of the space, but they'll understand. They're okay with it. But I'm just going to, maybe you guys can have a
Yeah,
look
do a
at
bit of
the
kirtan.
translation. Just for 1 minute, I'm going to just pause my video and audio, and I'm
Yeah.
just going to transit to the living room, okay? And see if that helps.
We'll
Yes,
just do a quick
Prabhu,
2-3 minute kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
So that was a wonderful bhajan, Puji. Especially, I mean, me and Dhruv really like Yamuna Durmati. We first heard it in Agnidev Prabhu's album, Prayers to Lord Krishna's Lotus Feet. I can't remember, it's something title, something like that, but it's a wonderful piece of kirtan, and we really liked it. And so I remember me and Dhruv, I think it was me and Dhruv and Balaram, I'm not 100% sure, but we all had a quick look through the translation, and I remember reading how beautiful it is. And it's titled in Agnidev Prabhu's album, it's called Emana Durmati, the Song of Humility. And it's something that really touched our hearts because of how he's singing with so much emotion and he's saying about how like the Gurudev is so merciful that he's taken him on this path, although he's not qualified in Krishna consciousness. And I thought it was a very wonderful bhajan. And so we really like this bhajan as well. It's very dear to us. And so would you like to speak a little bit about why you chose this bhajan and what really touched you about it?
Well, if you listen closely to that song on Agnidev's album, you might hear me, because I was part of the backup vocals.
Oh, okay.
Myself, Abhishek Singh, and Amala Harnam. We
Livo.
were fortunate enough to be around when he was recording that album. He recorded that in London. So that's also where I got my love for this song. And yeah, I mean, you kind of, I love that you've already had a look at it and kind of have some thoughts and appreciations for it and some realizations. And anything that I have to share is basically what I heard Agnidev Prabhu say anyway. So, you know, there's a video of him, I think it's in Mayapur, and he sings this bhajan and then he gives like a short commentary on it. And he starts by highlighting the last verse, or two of the words in the last verse, Kandiya, Kandiya. So you guys probably know what that means. Do you guys know what that means?
Kandiya, is that crying?
Yeah, see? Crying.
Crying and crying.
Is it also the same in, is that Hindi? I mean, it's Bengali,
No,
right?
I was joking. It was
Bengali
just
only.
it was look at a lucky educated guess.
Okay. He's weeping and he's weeping. So I kind of appreciated that because we see this Kandiya come up in different songs sometimes. So it was like I felt like, oh, it's nice now. At least I'm slowly coming to like learn more Sanskrit words. You know, you kind of know a few growing up with Krishna consciousness. You kind of memorize a few, but I'm slowly starting to try and familiarize myself with more, especially ones that are, you know, in the bhajans. I try these days to kind of like just a little bit more understand what it is that I'm singing, because well, basically my whole life singing bhajans, I'm just like clueless. Namo Vishnu Padaya, whatever it might be, you know, Samsara Dhamma Naralita Loka, just like I have no idea what I'm saying. Of course, we have the translations which we listen to afterwards, but these days I try a little bit more to familiarize myself with what at least different parts, and you know, slowly you can learn. So this Kandiya, I was thinking, oh, that's nice. That's another one in the memory bank now that I can at least be aware of what we're singing. And humility. So he's the humility thing. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur is starting, such a wicked mind has brought me into this world. So that's very how he starts on that point of humility, referring to himself as having a wicked mind, which is obviously not true. But that's how he sees himself. That's how he sees his position. And it's an interesting point. Even this very first point for me is a really interesting point. And it touches, it's something I've reflected on a little bit. This concept of humility and Krishna consciousness. And what's healthy humility? What's real humility and what's unhealthy humility? Does that mean, if I were to say unhealthy humility, could any of you relate to that maybe? Or false humility perhaps?
Like self-deprecating. So, or maybe like for the sake of showing other people how humble you are, then you can put on a little bit of a role.
No. Prabhu. I am the most fallen. You
Yeah.
are a great guru. I am the most fallen. This is how I grew up like this. I actually grew up like I probably have literally done exactly that with someone, and it's nice and it's nice and it's a good practice. But yeah, the thing about humility is that, at least for me in my life, I can share this with you, is that I've often misunderstood humility, and and it can lead to low self-esteem. I even said it at the beginning. Who can have low self-esteem in such wonderful association, such a wonderful introduction like you gave? But this humility thing, something that I've reflected on, is that these these pure devotees, they're expressing something that's coming from a place of Krishna prem. It's coming from a place of pure devotion, and it's not something that I'm able to just simply replicate. I'm actually really proud. I'm not really humble. So when I do this whole fake humility thing, it often comes from a place of low self-esteem. That's something I've realized in myself. No, I'm actually crap. I might be, for example, to give an example, it might be even this. I could have said no to you. Madhava, would you like to be our special guest for our monthly kirtan? No, I'm just crap. I'm not really good enough. So I'm just no. Please ask someone more advanced than me. But this for me would be false humility, and it's more of a self-deprecating kind of like low self-esteem thing. And the interesting thing about low self-esteem is it's the flip side of being proud. It's like the flip side of your ego, because it's all about you. It's all about me. Yeah. And when we're trying to be Krishna conscious, it's about Krishna.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting point, this humility subject, for me as young aspiring devotees of Radha and Krishna, because I think we need to learn how to find some some, for want of a better word, some balance in how we approach our own self-esteem, yet working toward this idea of humility, you know, having confidence in ourselves and just being real about where we're at, whilst at the same time trying to develop this humility.
I think that's a very nice point that you mentioned about this sort of fake humility as well. We might just go, oh no, it's fine, you know, thank you very much. No, I'm actually really bad, and we might be doing that. Well, firstly, we can do that in one way, like you said, which is actually just cause us to have a lower self-esteem. But I can't remember who said it now, but one of the Prabhujis from Coventry was saying that he used to say that, and that was actually, it actually fed his ego more, his false ego. You know, you say, oh no, I'm doing this, and then you feel proud about how humble you are as well. Look at me now, I've done all of this, and now I don't care about now I don't care about, oh no, it's actually, I'm really bad. And so we put on this sort of false humility, and I think that you mentioned that very nicely, that it's the importance of genuine humility, and especially in this song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He's no ordinary devotee. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a very elevated devotee, and he's mentioned very nicely in his mood of service about how grateful he is to the Lord and the spiritual master. And he comes and he says, I'm as you mentioned, Kandiya, I'm crying and I'm coming to your lotus feet now. And so I really like that bhajan as well. And sort of linking into this point as well is going to be our next question before we go to the bhajan, which is, you're a kirtaner, you're very well known, you're very renowned, and of course you are in association with various other kirtaners, and we see you at many kirtan events as well. So if you'd like, there's a little bit of a celebrity lifestyle there, if that makes sense. So ISKCON celebrity lifestyle. But,
Yeah.
so the question that we'd like to ask is, how do you balance, along with just all of that, so you've got all that work going on, if you'd like, or all the things that you're doing alongside your sadhana, and so how do you balance your work and your sadhana and your own practice?
Okay, this is so funny. Thank you for this question, because it's a really good question. And you know, the point here for me really is that don't believe the Instagram reel. It's just not true. When you see people's Instagram reels and they're living the high life, and there's you looking at their Instagram reel thinking, man, this person's so freaking cool. Man, this person's so freaking happy. It's a lie. And I hate that. You know, not to say that people aren't happy, but it's a lie, and you're just seeing one very, very small aspect of what's happening in that person's life. And there's a reality to all of our existence. Yours, you know, Dhruv's, Madhava, Kumar's, and all the very, very wonderful devotees, live people here. Myself as well. Actually, you know what? Forgive me. Let me just speak about myself, because I actually have no idea what's happening in your lives, and you probably may well be experiencing prema bhakti. So, speak for myself, seeing as you've highlighted my so-called position, which is that I really don't see myself like that, and I look at other people the way that you look at me. And I'm like, oh, they're the celebrities. And but hearing you say that about me, and also just some reflections I've been having this year, my kind of thoughts and feelings on this subject are, everyone is, how do I say this without sounding just... Everyone is struggling with their own things, basically. We're all struggling with our own things. And so your struggles may be different to my struggles. But trust me, I'm struggling with stuff. And it's my own struggles. And I have my own false ego. I have my own, you know, things that I want to achieve, which I'm not achieving. I want to be better than I am. I want to be richer than I am. I want to be more famous than I am. I want to be so many things. And I might be looking at someone else thinking they've got that. Just like other people might be looking at me and thinking I've got that. But it's not true. Now, this is a really interesting point, because this point has actually helped me with my own self-confidence. Now, you probably look at me and think, yo, what are you talking about? You're a confident dude. You're Madhva, the Kirtaniya, like you just said. But that's not my reality. You know, my reality is I have, you know, for my own reasons, I have my own struggles, and something I think many people struggle with, I can say at least for myself, is sometimes feelings of self-worth and self-confidence, believe it or not. So this realization for me that we're all kind of in a similar boat, whether or not our Instagram has, you know, 20, 30, 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, we're in the same boat. Me, you, them, we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
In fact, those who have 1 million plus followers are possibly experiencing even more loneliness. I mean that seriously.
Yeah.
And I have, in some sense, had, you know, exposure to that world. Someone who really is kind of, in a sense, moving into that celebrity life is Jahnavi. She's really making waves in the kirtan world. She just released an album with Sumedh. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I saw her this morning.
Yeah, so I had the good fortune to go to LA with her and do some kirtan for a group of celebrities there. And you know, during the interactions afterwards, they're struggling, they're suffering, and it's fake as hell. So, you know, it's hard to appreciate this if you have never had it and just think based on the material world's amazing marketing department. That is what makes you happy.
Yeah.
But when you see it firsthand and you see that these guys are suffering, man, for one reason or another, these guys are suffering. And I tell you what, even if they're enjoying, the suffering's around the corner. There's so many of these guys who have just, you know, they're at the peak of their fame, you know, wealth, whatever it is, and then they come down with some kind of like autoimmune disease. You know, I'm thinking of a couple in particular. And all of a sudden, they just can't do anything. Their body is just like deteriorating. And so, one way or another, people are suffering. Doesn't matter what their Instagram reel looks like.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was going to say, Prabhu, I know what you're trying to say. Don't take it for real. Much of it is all made up. But I suppose in terms of what we do amongst the devotee communities, whether it's coming to us naturally or no, we're still taking the medicine in, and in some way or the other, trying to improve not just our own circumstances and situations, but helping uplift others at the same time. On that note, Prabhu, can we request you to now take us into the second bhajan of the night?
Yes, sure. Okay, so the second bhajan of the night is going to be... I hadn't decided. Did I tell you which one I was going to do?
It was a surprise.
You said Emona Durmati Damodarashkam and to be continued.
Okay.
Confirmed.
So basically, as you're going to see now, my inspiration has very much come from Agnidev Prabhu. Maybe you can guess what the next bhajan is going to be in that case.
Boro Sukhar Khabur Gai?
Huh?
Boro Sukhar Khabur Gai.
No, it's not that one. It's the title song of his album.
What, the Press the Lotus Feet of Raj?
Yes. Which is...
Krishna Tava Punya Have Bhai.
Very good.
Is it?
Yeah, and I'm going to play this one. Hopefully the sound will work. I like to play this one with the mridanga.
Okay, I'll look at it. So is everyone able to see my screen?
Can you hear that?
Yes, we can hear that. We can hear it a lot better than the last time.
Wonderful.
Can you see my screen, Kumar Prabhu? Oh, no, I've
No,
done
not yet.
Okay, let me try this again. Share screen, select that one. Okay, now?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Okay. So, should we read the translation first, or?
However you like to do it. If you want to, yeah.
Hello, Kumar, brother?
Yeah, Dhruv, can you do the translation for us, please?
Sure.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Number one. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Start from
Number
the
one.
refrain.
Srimad. Sorry.
The refrains. There's a refrain or something.
Oh, refrain. Refrain. Oh brother, the Supreme Lord Krishna will bestow virtue upon you, but he will do this only when Srimati Radharani first becomes pleased with you. This I surely declare to you. One. Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is very dear to Lord Gauranga. The son of Mother Sachi is unparalleled in his to the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. He is that great saintly spiritual master, most magnanimous within this universe, who bestows devotion to Krishna in various places throughout the world. His desire is very powerful, and thus he is causing the holy name of Lord Gauranga to spread throughout all the countries of the Western world. In all the cities, towns, the villages on the earth, extending to all the oceans, rivers, and streams, everyone may chant the names of Krishna and Rama. Thus all directions will be conquered by a flood of transcendental ecstasy, flowing with the excessive mercy of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When all the miserable living entities that have been corrupted by Maya become happy, then the Vaishnava's desire is fulfilled. Although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am unworthy to do it, being very fallen and incompetent. That being the case, O Lord Krishna, your mercy is today arising in a befitting manner to make me become worthy. You are the wisest of all. If you bestow your divine power, then one attains the factual substance, which is service to the spiritual master, and life becomes successful. If that service is obtained, then one becomes truly satisfied and ultimately receives your association due to good fortune. As stated by Prahlad Maharaj to Lord Nrsimhadev in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Thus, by associating with material desires, one after another, I was following the general populace, by falling into a blind well full of snakes. My dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, then the great sage Narad Muni kindly accepted me as his disciple and instructed me how to achieve the transcendental position similar to his own. How could I ever leave the service of your servant? O Lord Krishna, you are my eternal companion. Forgetting you, I have suffered the kicking of Maya birth after birth. If today the chance to meet you occurs again, then surely I'll be able to rejoin you. My dear brother, in your company I'll experience great joy once again, wandering about the pastures and fields. I'll pass the entire day with you, in tending the cows, joking with you, and frolicking throughout so many forests of Braja. I'll enjoy pastimes of stealing and eating one another's lunch. When will that day be mine? Today that remembrance of being with you came to me in a very nice way. Feeling great longing, I called out for you. O Lord Krishna, only because I am your eternal servant do I desire your association so much. Except for you, I have no other refuge.
Jai.
Wow.
Over to you, Prabhu.
Beautiful. Thanks, Dhruv. Okay. Hopefully the sound works. I still have a sign on my speaker saying speaker is working properly. So maybe if it's not working properly, someone can just Sumedh, you're the only one I can see at the minute. Maybe you can just give a thumbs up or a thumbs down if the sound isn't working.
It's crackling, and then it's not crackling. It starts and then stops every now and then.
Really? It's still a bit bad, is it?
Right now it's okay, but just when you were speaking, it crackled a little bit.
Oh, and it might just be this laptop. Anyway, I don't know what to do.
Let's just go for it, Prabhu.
I think we can just we
can. Because
okay, sure.
Yeah,
it's definitely better than.
If it's really bad, I'll just give me the thumbs down, and I'll put the drum down and just do what I did before.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Krishna tava punya habeba, Krishna tava punya habeba, Krishna tava punya habeba, Krishna tava punya habeba, e punya kori be jabe, Radha Rani sukhi habe, Dhruvati boli to mata, e punya kori be jabe, Radha Rani sukhi habe, Dhruvati boli to mata. Krishna tava punya habeba, Krishna tava punya habeba, Krishna tava punya habeba, Krishna tava punya habeba. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Sachi Sutta Priyati Krishna Sevaya Jaratulana. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Sachi Sutta Priyati Krishna Sevaya Jaratulana. Se Mohanta Guru Jagate Madhye Guru Krishna Bhakti Deya Tvaita. Se Mohanta Guru Jagate Madhye Guru Krishna Bhakti Deya Tvaita. Tarai Jabalavan Pasyate Tanta Hojate Gaurangirana. Tarai Jabalavan Pasyate Tanta Hojate Gaurangirana. Vritti Vritti Nagaradi Samudra Nadanadi Shakale Bole Krishna Rama. Vritti Vritti Nagaradi Samudra Nadanadi Shakale Bole Krishna Rama. Krishna Tava Punya Habeba, Krishna Tava Punya Habeba, Krishna Tava Punya Habeba, Krishna Tava Punya Habeba. Tahale Ananda Hoy, Tabe Hoy Digvijan, Chaitanya Kripa Disha. Tahale Ananda Hoy, Tabe Hoy Digvijan, Chaitanya Kripa Disha. Maya Dusta Jatu Ki Jagate Sabha gajjate kori vare agyajati lore Jogna hirati nina nina Tai se tumhara kripa Ajite ki anurupa Aji tumi satha pravina Tai se tumhara kripa Ajite ki anurupa Aji tumi satha pravina Punya Habiba Krishna Tava Punya Habiba Krishna Tava Punya Habiba Krishna Tava Punya Habiba Tomara se Shakti Pene Guru Sevaya Vastu Mile Jivana Sataka Jadito Tumhara se Shakti Pele Guru Sevaya Vastu Mile Jivana Sataka Jadito Se Seva Paile Tale Stuki Hare Sangha Bhagyate Mira Se Seva Pale Tale Stuki Hare Sangha Bhagyate Mira Mora Kira Sati Udiya Mayalati Kariya Chigan Mantare Umi Mora Kira Sati Udiya Mayalati Kaya Chigan Mantare Adi Purna Tu Yoga Adi Hoy Yoga Yoga Tare Bari Tumhe Mare Adi Pune Sujoga Adi Hoy Yoga Yoga Tare Bari Tumhe Mare Krishna Tava Punya Beva Krishna Tava Punya Beva Krishna Tava Punya Beva Krishna Tava Punya Beva Tumhara milane bhai Apaste sukha bhai Gojarane puri Tumhara milane bhai Apaste sukha bhai Gojarane puri Kata bane tutta tuti Bane kayuta luti Te din kabe habe mo Kata bane tutta tuti Bane kayuta luti Se din kabe habe mo Aji se subida hala Tumhara smarana bela Poro ashara kinam Aji se subida Tumhara smarana bela Poro ashara kinam Ami tumhara nitya Sata koi to asha Tumi bina jagati Ami tomar nityadasa Tai kori to asha Tumi bina punya gatina. Hare Krishna tava punya Krishna tava punya Krishna tava punya Krishna tava punya Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai Haribol.
Really sorry about the sound. I have no idea why it's not working.
Might just
Don't
be
worry,
the laptop. Bro.
Yeah.
We've done kirtan here before. We've done live kirtan using this laptop for different events, and it's normally always worked when the original sound is on, so I don't know what's wrong with it.
No problem, Prabhu. We blame it on the time and distance and technology. No problem. I think we're quite close to the close time, and we're very nicely set up for just doing the Damodar prayers now. Rather, Damodar is nicely set up. So if you want to just maybe without the instrument, because the sound's not very good, maybe just take us into the Damodar prayers, and then we could do the closing.
Sure.
Thank you.
What I'm going to do, because what we'll do is we can do it all together, because my Sundari's here as well. We normally do Damodar prayers. So we'll just do our evening Damodar. We'll just do our normal evening Damodar prayers. We'll do it without the instruments.
Sure.
And that way we can just do it all together. And I'll move the laptop a little further back, so hopefully that will help the sound. Wait.
Thank you.
Sorry. Do you want to just hold it?
Sure.
Do you want to lead? Because my voice is...
Don't we sing it together?
I'll pull up the Damodar Ashtakam now.
Yeah. Is the call and response style, does it work for this, or should we sing it all together?
Just where you are, Prabhu, between the two of you is fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
We sing it together.
Okay, we're going to sing it together, so just...
That's right.
Rather than call and response, so you just can sing with us, huh?
Yeah, we'll stay on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's there.
No, but we can sing it here and we can face the deities.
Okay. No, okay. So no instruments, huh?
No instruments, yeah. Namam Vishvaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Rajamanam Yashodhani Onukadavamanam Param Vristam Adyantato Drutya Rugantamurne Vijanta Param Pujayugmena Satam Kadetram Musvasa Kampatire Kampakanta Shtita Daivam Damodaram Bhaktipadam Iti Driksa Ilananda Kunde Sagosani Maranda Makya Vayanta Tadishitarishu Bhakti-Tikatvam Punaprimatastam Satayiti Vande Varam Deva Moksham Moksha-Vaditva Nachanyami Neham Varisadapiha Idam Teva Purnata Gopala-Balam Sadamimana-Savirastam Himanyai Idam Te Mukam Bojama
Haribol.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. That was very nice. It felt like we were in your house together, along with you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who took the time to be with us tonight. Apologies for the technology issue, but thank you for staying with us.
I'm really sorry about that.
No problem.
No, it's
problem.
fine.
we have your word, Prabhu. Next year you're here in England, and then we can have another one in person. So thank you.
I really genuinely look forward to coming in and seeing you all in person.
Hare Krishna. Madhava Prabhu, if some of you might know, has been instrumental in helping some of the kids in Manchester develop the love for playing instruments as well, including Dhruv. So our acknowledgements. Our acknowledgements for that. Thank you everyone for staying on so far. It's these special moments we try and come together and give each other hope against hope in the terrible times we're living in with all that's happening around us. So let's continue to come together in these little sanghas and draw inspiration from each other by singing and chanting the holy names of the Lord. Madhava Prabhu, any last comments? We could, Radhamohan Prabhu is online as well. Any last comments?
Just to say, Hare Krishna, Radha Mohan, nice to see you, Prabhu. Thank you again for inviting.
Thank you so much. It is always a pleasure to see you, Prabhu.
And we can half see Balram. We can only see.
We can see Balram's hair.
Balaram, I heard you never stop growing. To come see for myself eventually.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Radhan Prabhu, any last words to close? Any announcements, maybe?
Prabhuji, nothing from my side. Just want to thank you, Madhava Prabhu, for this wonderful kirtan. And it's always a pleasure, Prabhuji, to hear from you. You know, it's a privilege. You know, and always
Thank you. I feel the same. My privilege. Sorry.
It's you know, you're always an inspiration to all the Manchester devotees. We might be bigger than you in the age, but actually you are the founding father. You and your family, you know, of the Manchester devotee, Manchester congregation. So we'll never be able to thank enough you and your family for your services to Manchester.
It's just some small foundation was laid and you guys blossomed. You made Manchester what it is.
Yeah.
Manchester wouldn't be Manchester without you devotees there.
The foundation that counts, you know.
I think the appreciation is mutual, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. So our next program, Radhamohan Prabhu, is a Sunday feast, isn't it? Do we have anything coming up tomorrow?
Don't think so, Roji. No, not tomorrow.
Right. All right. Thank you, everyone, for staying in and tuned in. And we'll see you again 1 o'clock Sunday, the day after. Stay safe and chant Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Thank you very much
Thank you,
once again.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Bol.